Racing Point have received quite a lot of flack for apparently having copied the championship-winning 2019 Mercedes for their 2020 car. However, this hasn't translated into the kind of performances some were hoping for and others were fearful of. Red Bull's Max Verstappen recently pointed out that while Racing Point was quick in qualifying, they are yet to show the same kind of pace under racing conditions, and this is a fact that's not lost on Racing Point. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Racing Point baffled by lack of pace. We were just falling back. Racing Point driver Lance Stroll expressed his disappointment. It was quite disappointing. I'm not sure. We have to look into it. It's quite strange. The beginning of the race I felt like we were pretty competitive, but we were just falling back throughout the race and no explanation why. We have to look into why that was. It's not like the balance was too bad. We just weren't nearly as quick as the others, so we need to look into it. His team principal Otmar Szafnauer also elaborated on this. It was much more promising on Friday, and we've got to retrospectively now look at the race, what we could have done differently. The nice thing is we've got another one coming up soon and we'll make those changes because I think the pace is there, we just have to learn, adjust and do better next time. He, however, had an explanation for their lack of competitiveness during the first race at Silverstone. I thought Lance did a great job making it into Q3 with the option tyre where we should have had an advantage, and that advantage should have come in when the qualifying tyre runners pitted or as the qualifying tyre degraded more. That would have been in future laps to come and we would have had an advantage, but that never happened with the safety car. Fast feed. FIA President Jean Todt has revealed that they are now working on a standard calendar, but they don't know if the calendar will actually be executed. He is also convinced that the championship next year must be creative and flexible because unfortunately we will not be over this pandemic next year. He also revealed that he had read that racing in F1 was resumed for the money, but he thinks that's wrong as they're doing it because they think life should be as normal as possible again. F1's managing director Ross Brawn feels that Ferrari Charles Leclerc's podium was of course somewhat fortunate due to the failure of Bottas. However, with the problems of Ferrari, it's very impressive what Leclerc has shown, and he continues to deliver great results and gets more out of the car than is actually in it. Former team manager Flavio Briatore thinks that Fernando Alonso is still a driver to take into account, and in a good car he can still make the difference. He also feels that if you put Hamilton, Vettel, Alonso and Verstappen in a Formula 2 car, you'll have great races with small differences. He further added that people want to see wheel-to-wheel battles for victories again and see their gladiators shine. Otmar Szafnauer has come out saying that they'll ask the health organisation in England and then they'll hear what their advice is on whether Sergio Perez could take part in the second race at Silverstone. If Perez is allowed to race, it would mean that Nico Hülkenberg won't get to race in 2020 after all, as his car failed to start up at the first race in Silverstone. Perez, meanwhile, revealed that he hasn't had any symptoms and that he is looking forward to coming back very soon. Pirelli F1 boss Mario Isola has stated that with the tyre they had developed for 2020, the tyre failures would have happened less quickly because it was built a little stronger. He also feels that probably some of the curbs were left with pieces that caused the cuts in the tyres. Silverstone is going to work on that now, so that is good. And former F1 world champion Jenson Button would love to see Williams' George Russell in kind of a Renault or Racing Point with a very competitive teammate. Was the 2020 Racing Point overhyped, or are they yet to reach their full potential? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.